Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Muhammad Zuhilmi bin Wayakob, and today I and my group member will present the company review and strategy plan for 7-Eleven Malaysia Holdings Berhad. Okay, so before I go further for our presentation today, I would like to present and introduce our group member, which is the first one is myself, Wan Muhammad Zuhilmi bin Wayakob. The second one is Amirul Mukmini bin Kamarul Zaman. The third one, Muhammad Nur Adli bin Mazlan. And the next is Ahmad Shazwan bin Ahmad Subari. And the last but not least, Amirul Arif bin Zairul Nizam. Okay, topic for our presentation today, I would like to explain and tell you guys about the background of 7-Eleven company in himself. 7-Eleven, or before this in 1927, was known as the Southland Ice Company, which was founded by J.C Thompson in Dallas, Texas. So during their first establishment, the operation of the company was as a ice vendor, and their first convenience outlet was known as Tote'm store. And in 1946, the the Southland Ice Company was changed their name into 7-Eleven, which they start to operate from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., which maybe we get the idea why nowadays there was known as 7-Eleven. And in 1999, the company changed its name again from Tote'm into 7-Eleven Incorporation. So for the 7-Eleven Malaysia all this Berhad, the first 7-Eleven store in our country was established in 1984 in Jalan Bukit Bintan. And with the 7-Eleven Malaysia all this become or act as their owner and operator. And in 2014, 7-Eleven Malaysia all this Berhad has been listed in Bursa Saham Malaysia. And in the recent year, or especially in 2020, 7-Eleven Malaysia Holding Berhad has acquired Caring Pharmacy Group Berhad, which this established or mark their diversification in their source of income. And for their mission and vision, for the mission, the 7-Eleven mission is to consistently to serve the changing need of customer for their convenience. And for their vision, to be the best retailer of convenience. And when we analyze this mission and vision statement, we can identify that 7-Eleven vision have a good statement because it only in one sentence and show what they want to achieve in the future. But compared to vision, their mission statement is not a good mission statement, because when we analyze the statement, we can see that this statement do not consist enough or lack of the mission statement component. So from this, we want to give our suggestion for 7-Eleven mission. Okay, so our suggestion is for 7-Eleven mission statement is to becoming the world's leading company in convenience store sector by 2013. They offer our customer a quality convenience product with reasonable price. We seek to produce a high return for our investors and provide an environment that can boost our employees' career growth and give back a positive impact on the community. 7-Eleven will prioritize our customer certification and is committed to becoming a pioneer of convenience store in the digitalization era, which we are currently already in front of our other competitors. So this is our suggestion for our mission statement for 7-Eleven. To the culture and the value that be implemented in 7-Eleven Malaysia Audience Berhad. So there are four value or core of their company, which is to understand, solve and connect and simplify. So This is the value, the culture and the value that 7-Eleven prioritize in doing their operation. Let we move on to the company review. Okay, first I will start with the SWOT analysis for 7-Eleven Malaysia all this BERHAD. Okay, so basically SWOT analysis is a tool that can help a company to analyze what we do or does best now, and to devise a successful strategy for the future. So basically there are four components in SWOT analysis, which is the first one is strength, which answer the question what companies doing well. The second one is weakness, which answer the question which aspect of company can be improved. And the third one is opportunity, which answer the question our company turn strength into opportunities. And the last but not least is straight, which what straight does company is weakness exposed to. So for the strength, after we do our analysis, we identify that there are 10 7-Eleven Malaysia All Berhad strength, which is the first one is the strategy and convenient location, brand equity, individually branded product, franchise business model, diversity of income, supply chain, collaboration with online delivery company, payment option, digitalization and innovation approach, and last but not least, one stop center.
The contradict is the weakness that we observe from 7-Eleven Malaysia Holding Berhad is high employee turnover rate, takes high margins, limited product offering, high rental costs, too large team of franchisee, new application of delivery system, no loyalty program at all, slow business agility, downtrend of market share, and inefficient maintenance of slurpee machine.
Okay, so here we continue with the opportunities of the 7-Eleven. First is new client from online channel. Second is pricing method. Third is new environmental policy. Fourth is new taxation. Fifth is continued market development. Sixth is increased product offering. Seven is opening of latest market due to authorities settlement. Eight is economic opportunity. 9 is lower inflation in price. And lastly, is Malaysian government supporting technology integration from the stores. So here I will review about traits of 7-Eleven. First is no ordinary delivery of progressive merchandise. Second is technology. Third is facing campaign. Four is security system. Fifth is shoplifting. shoplifting. Six is price competitors. Seven is intense opposition. Eight is more convenience store opens nearby. Nine is government imposed soda tax. Lastly is other convenience store retailers have loyalty program.
For internal factors evaluation metrics, which are consist of strengths and weaknesses. Based on 7A's strengths, franchise business model is the highest weightage 0.07 with rating of 3. For weaknesses, the highest weighted score is high staff cost with 0.16. So the cumulative IFE score is 2.55.
So next, we move to the external factor evaluation metric. EFE metric is a strategy tool used to examine company's external environment and to identify the available opportunities and threats. The rating in external metric refers to how effectively a company current strategy respond to the opportunities and the threat. The number range from 4 to 1, where 4 means a superior response, 3 above average response, 2 average response, and 1 is poor response. Rating as well as weight are assigned subjectively to each factor. The total score for EFE metric for 37E is 2.77, which is higher than the average score, which is 2.5. In external evaluation, a low total score indicates that the company's strategy is well designed to meet the opportunities and defend against the other competitors. Next is competitive profile metric, which is CPM metric. CPM metric is a powerful strategic analysis tool. It allows the business owners, stockholders, and other interested parties to see the strength and weakness of all major competitors in the same industry in one single paper. We have compared the 7-Eleven with other closest competitor, which is KK Mart and 99 Spec Mart. Based from the CPM presented, it shows that 7E has the higher rating compared to the others competitor with the rating 3.70, while for the KK Mart is 3.11 and for the 99 Speed Mart, which is 3.49. Generally, it can be highlighted that 7-Eleven is still the strongest company among the other competitors.
Moving on to achievement, at the Putra Brand Awards 2020, the 7-Eleven Malaysia Convenience Store Network was recognized as the winner of the prestigious Platinum Award in the retail company. The victory at the Putra Brand Awards brings the total number of times of the brand has been honored by the competition to 6 in a row, uh, dat- dating back to the year 2015. Second one is partnership with Foodpanda. With a partnership with Foodpanda Malaysia Sdn Berhad, 7-Eleven Malaysia Sdn Berhad will able to offer delivery service in several places, which is in Klang Valley, Cyberjaya, Putrajaya, Johor Bahru, and Penang areas. The third one is My 7 ETM. Using a smartphone app called My 7 ETM, 7-Eleven Malaysia has launched their e-loyalty program, which claims to give rewards and convenience to its member around the clock. Every new member who successfully registered um, will uh, will receive a complimentary RM3 ringgit e-cash certificate as a one-time gift to show their appreciation for their membership. Next is um, 7-Eleven Malaysia was given the title of Company of the Year in the retail category for the year 2020. This is the fourth win in a row at the prestigious Sustainability and CSR Malaysia Awards, which began in 2017. And lastly, 7-Eleven Malaysia was awarded the CXP Best Customer Experience Award because its customer voted for it as the brand that most consistently provides excellent customer service. This award is the first and only one of its kind in the region to recognize excellence in customer service as judged by the customer itself. Next is problem. The first problem for 7-Eleven Malaysia is the underperformance of 7-Eleven stores. While the company overall sales increased by 7.5% year on year to a total of 2.5 billion ringgit in 2020, the net profit dropped by 44.9% year on year to a total of 29.8 million ringgit during the same time period. The underperformance of 7-Eleven store was caused by the poor outcomes. Even though both 7E and Caring Pharmacy were considered to provide essential service and product by the government, which is why they were allowed to continue operating. They were negatively impacted by COVID-19 in the form of shorter operation hours, lower customer traffic, lower tourist footfalls, and repeated movement control orders. Next is revenue are decreasing. 7-Eleven store will keep selling Chinese newspaper despite the fact that those publications revenues are decreasing because a large number of readers have switched to reading digital media. To increase circulation in the store, the company is going to explore possibility of collaborating with these daily newspaper publications. The third one is shipping cost per piece has dropped, while 7-Eleven Malaysia maintained a high level of stock fulfillment in 2020. The shipping cost per piece has dropped by roughly 30% year on year. The last one is business acquisition had an adverse effect. In spite of pandemic, 7-Eleven Malaysia will carry on with business as usual. The substantial corporate expenses that were incurred as a result of business acquisition had an adverse effect on the company performance in 2020. The company will make through the pandemic, but the business environment is becoming increasingly cutthroat on a daily basis due to the pandemic on 2020.
Other than that, we use Boston Consulting Group BCG metrics as our analytical tools. We observe that the stars is the financial service, the cash cow is the supplier management service, question marks is the local food, and the dogs represent the products that are slow sellers or dead item.
As a conclusion for chapter 2, one of 7-Eleven is one of a well-known company in Malaysia. They have been established in the community uh, and have cultivated a powerful brand over the course of their nearly 3 decades in businesses. When it comes to the acquisition of convenience goods and services, Malaysian people will always look for a 7-Eleven store because of the enormous variety of commodities and technology services that are available at any given location in Malaysia.
For our presentation today, we will proceed to the company's strategy plan. Okay, for the SWOT matrix, there are four strategies that we can develop from based on the analysis in chapter 2. Okay, for the first one is SO strategy, which for the first one is to expand the store and try a new approach such as mobile store and AI store that fully utilize AI systems like the Amazon Go concept. The second one is to create a cashback system whenever customers purchase something using the mobile application or membership card. The third one to implement a backward integration or joint venture agreement strategy to acquire a local business that has a good prospect and assure the revenue stream. For our WO strategy, we identify that 7-Eleven can reviewing and analyzing the current wage and allowance structure of the organization to optimize the operation cost. The second one to create a new sustainability strategy to ensure the environmental aspect of the organization. For example, establish a 7-Eleven store that can become a recycling center. The third one for our WO strategy is to create or is to introduce a new product that has a low maintenance cost and can have a prospect to become iconic. For our ST strategy, 7-Eleven Malaysia all this BERHAD can improve and hire a professional software developer that can build application that can offer a secure payment experience for customer. Offer a more healthy and tasty product that can replace certain soft drink and beverage that have a low profit. And the last one is to collaborate with other competitors to develop a new product or service that has a prospect for a high return for both company. For our liability strategy, 7-Eleven Malaysia Berhad can have a 24/7 customer service or use a auto reply system to manage customer feedback and complaint. The second one is to give safety and security training to staff and employees to help them with basic safety. And the last one is to have uh, approach or develop a more division of service that are suitable to local culture and history. Okay, next we will continue with QSPM metric. Okay, QSPM or the quantitative strategy planning metric is a strategy management approach for top level management. The method is also used to formulate the marketing strategy. QSPM is mainly used to evaluating different strategy option and determining the most attractive of the strategy at hand. So basically for this we will use and compare between SWOT metric and BCG metric. So as you guys can see, here is the comparison between the strength and the weakness. Okay, for this is the opportunity and the trade score. So when we compare both SWOT metric and BCG metric, we can see that the total attractiveness score for SWOT metric is 5.19, while the total attractiveness score for BCG metric is 4.44. So basically here we can see that the SWOT metric is better than BCG metric.
In conclusion, as we know that there are three stages in the strategy formulation analytical framework, which is the input stage, the matching stage, and lastly the decision stage. For stage 1, IFE matrix weighted score is 2.55, while the EFE matrix score is 2.77, and CPM obtained score of 7-Eleven, KKMart, and 99 Speedmart is 3.7, 3.11, and 3.49 respectively. For stage 2, the SWOT matrix is the combination of 2 from 4 elements as a new observation for any potential outcomes. The next is BCG matrix. The question marks represent the quadrant 1 is the local food. For the stars, the quadrant 2 represented by financial service. The next is the cash cow. The quadrant 3 is the supplier management service, and the last is the dogs. Quadrant 4 are the products that are slow sellers or dead item. For stage 3, we use QSPM. For SWOT analysis, the total attractive score is 5.9, and the total attractive score in BCG analysis is 4.44.
So we move to the chapter 4 with strategy implementations. Strategy implementation is the process through which a company can create, engage, and combine its structure, culture, resources, workers, and control the system to implement the plans and gain a competitive advantage in the market. So we will discuss on the strategy implementation that can be adopted by the 7-Eleven. For the first strategy implementation that can be used by the 7E is to create joint venture with more online retailer channels. Joint venture is a partnership between two or more parties to create a single enterprise or project for profit while sharing the risk involved with its growth. As a top convenience retailer store in Malaysia, 7-Eleven involvement into joint venture with more online retailing channel would increase the level of convenience that 7-Eleven provides to their customer in terms of payment and service reload. By running this joint venture, 7-Eleven company can make profit while reducing the risk with the other partners. So we move to the second point of strategic implementation, which is increase the promotion and advertising strategy. An advertising strategy is a plan of action meant to increase sales of certain product or services to gain more customers and to encourage the existing customer to make number of purchases. Apart from expecting only one product, 7-Eleven should promote and introduce more new product to increase the competitive advantage from its closest competitor, which is KK Speedmart and 99 Speedmart. The major benefit of using this promotion and advertising strategy, it makes 7-Eleven more recognizable, quicker to discover when the customer required what 7-Eleven offers, and lastly, it will make 7-Eleven more visible when people are curious about them. So that's one from me. We move to the next presenter.
So here I would like to review about the strategy implementation for the 7-Eleven. The third strategy recommendation is improve in terms of occupational safety and health system. As we know, every year a few of convenience stores will be targeted by the criminal, including in Malaysia. It is because these convenience stores operating 24/7 hours every day without closing, which is easy target for criminal do the crime. Moreover, where some of the convenience store, there will be ATM machine at convenience store. And the best way to overcome this problem is linking the CCTV connection directly to the HQ. And this way will help every branch less risk on exposing to danger, include customer and worker. As a conclusion for strategy recommendation, these three strategy recommendations will be benefit to 7-Eleven if they want to improve in terms of quality and branding name in business. Otherwise, they will continually facing complaints from customers and also reducing customer satisfaction and trust to use their service again. Thank you.
Moving on to chapter 5. Um, in chapter 5, I will explain about recommendation and conclusion. The first recommendation is the new personnel shift, which is it a must for 7-Eleven to implement it, this recommendation as soon as possible as an improvement for 7-Eleven outlets business operations. For instance, the fresh food product necessities a new method of acquisition and handling, in addition to the establishment of the new food processing facilities and the hiring of personnel who are trained specially in the movement and logistics of fresh food items. Next is 7-Eleven can get rid of um, things that have a poor profit margin, such as customers, product, and services. And 7-Eleven can invest the time and money in areas of the company that produce more revenue. This assumes that 7-Eleven have access to reporting in both accurate, up to date, and that bring reports shows which customers, product, and service produce what margins. And lastly, there must be a new division in 7-Eleven that focus solely on the product, such as fresh food development, handling, and regulation will be the primary focus of these individuals. In this way, fresh food and services will be integrated into its organizational structure. Next is conclusion. In Malaysia, 7-Eleven is a well-known company um, uh, in a convenience store sector. They have been in a business for almost a decade, and their name and reputation are well known across the neighborhood, which is in Malaysia. 7-Eleven also is a popular choice for Malaysians for looking their for the convenience items and services because of it has many selection of goods and a high tech service that provides by the 7-Elevens, and the company presence in all of Malaysia has made it the most easily reachable and handy retailer for Malaysia to shop at 7-Eleven. That's all from us. Thank you.